The Beavers, Bluefield, have just entered the field, and if you heard that in the background, they have a big cannon right over underneath the scoreboard that they fire off when they score and do spectacular things. So hopefully we won't hear that too many times tonight.
I hope not. Can't stand it too many times.
But since we've been here, Mark, since the last time we were here, they've installed a new synthetic turf field, and it's really a nice looking surface.
Oh, it is. It's a great facility. Field itself didn't used to be too good here, but without question, it's fine now. As captains are meeting at midfield, we'll get ready to have the coin toss.
We'll do the starting lineups real fast. For the visiting Blue Devil defense, at left end, Logan Russell. At left defensive tackle, Aaron Kaiser. Right defensive tackle, Kyle Kilgore. Right defensive end, Derek Miller. Left outside linebacker, Joseph Vaughn. Left inside linebacker, Seth Clark. Right inside linebacker, Seaver Elliott. Right outside linebacker, Peyton Cyber. Left cornerback, Montana Morris. Right cornerback, Tyler Bird. And the safety is Dusty Clark. Starting offense for Bluefield is Brian Steptoe, number 42 at one wideout. The tackles are number 75, Andrew Simon, and number 61, Brenton Brooks. The guards are number 71, Evan Parker Purdue, and number 52, Keith Ferguson. The center, number 63, Corey Sadler. Another wideout will be Joe Woodron, and it looked like from their pregame they're going to run a spread offense. So another one of those wideouts will be number 19, Levi Beckett. And also at flanker will be number 15, Trey Williams. Quarterback is number 16, D.S. Edwards. And the running back will be number 18, Brad Falk.
Gate City has won the toss. They elected to defer their choice to the second half. So the Bluefield Beavers will get the football first. Gate City will be kicking, if you're familiar with Mitchell Stadium, from the scoreboard end towards the parking lot here.
And Mark, we have made a couple of trips to try to round up a program and not been successful. So other than the starting lineups I have for them, we're just going to have to call them the numbers, the only thing I know.
Yeah, not been many games when you've not had a program available. And looking in the stands, nobody in the stands has one. So I guess that's kind of the way it goes.
Back deep on the far side for Bluefield is number 42, Brian Steptoe. And on the near side is number 15, that's Trey Williams. As the Blue Devils prepare to kick off with Logan Bird. As Logan looks over his starters and waiting on the whistle from the referee to approach the football and kick it off. So there it is. Logan kicks a high end over ring kick. It's going to go into the end zone. So it'll be a touchback. And Bluefield will take over at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, nice kick there.
But that's one way to prevent run back.
Yeah, they can't score on a kickoff return if you do that.
So I expect that we're going to see the spread offense here from Bluefield.
The Beavers dressed in navy jerseys and silver pants, maroon colored headgear, or thereabouts.
They do come out with two wideouts to each side. Edwards, the quarterback, takes a snap on a quarterback keeper, cuts over left guard, and picks up a couple of yards at the most.
2 yards on the play before he stopped by Seth Clark. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Seth Clark in on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
2nd down and 8 for Bluefield. Number 83 checks into the lineup to replace Brad Falk.
Play clock already down inside 10 seconds.
And I'm going to tell you, that's a quarterback that's not listed as a starter either. So that's a different quarterback than the one I have. It's number 19, the quarterback. He's On a run again over left guard, this time across the 30, up across the 35, and tackled by the Blue Devils at the 36-yard line.
Now, number 19 has been their starting quarterback.
Well, the thing I got today said number 16, Edward.
First and 10 for the Beavers.
So 19 is Levi Beckett, so I've got his name down there. So Beckett, it's not a quarterback, but I've got him down there. Beckett, the quarterback, and Edwards is his setback. Beckett on the keeper again, makes a good cut. Cuts it across right guard, right tackle, and ball came loose, but evidently it was down as the Blue Devils come up with a loose ball. He gets it across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. It'll be second down to about 5. Well, so far, Mark, out of that spread, they've run, 3 plays?
3 or 4, and pretty much
just off tackle play.
Same guy doing all the work.
Beckett Williams is standing back with him. Now Beckett looks, throws a pass over the middle that's intended for a receiver. That's incomplete.
3rd and 6.
Pass was intended for D.S. Edwards, number 16. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 with 10:15 to go. First quarter, no score. Beavers have it on their own 40, we'll call it their 42-yard line. They put the wing back in motion from right to left as Beckett keeps, and the Blue Devils hit him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Beckett on the keeper, he'll lose about 4 on the play.
So there was something there we were keyed on because everybody on the defensive side had a pretty good idea that was coming.
Yeah, Peyton Seibert and Seth Clark into the backfield pretty quick for the Blue Devils to break up that play. And it looks like Beckett is also the punter. Good high punt that's going to be fielded at the 28. Now the Blue Devils and Vaughn try to cut him back, and just a shoestring tackle kept him from getting to the wall, Mark.
Yeah, sure did. Good tackle, though.
So the Blue Devils take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The Devils had the wall set up on the left side of the far side of the football field. All he had to do was get by that one man, and he had a pretty good wall in front of him. Well, the Blue Devils come out in an I formation with Vaughn at fullback, and we have a whistle here. Gate City takes a timeout.
So we'll take one too.
Blue Devils 1st and 10 at their own 28. Open up in an I with a wing back on the left side who comes in motion. Bowen Rose to his left, has a man wide open at the 40, 45, 50, and down into Bluefield territory at the 45-yard line. That pass was complete to Vaughn.
Yeah,
Vaughn.
Joseph.
A little bit of misdirection on that play as wingback came in motion right, and on a bootleg, Bowen rolled out and hit Vaughn out of the backfield. 1st and 10 at the 44 of Bluefield. Devils go to a full house, 2 tight end, and they put the right half back in motion. And out to Vaughn, running left. He gets across the 40 down to about the 30, maybe 38 or 37, but there's also a flag on the play. Maybe the man in motion turned up the field too fast here.
Illegal motion against the Blue Devils. Player going forward at the snap.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty.
Blue Devils had a 5-yard gain. Now we'll be facing a 1st and 15.
It's the same as a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, boy. That's something I've noticed all year long about when we put our wingbacks in motion. We might not turn up, but we run toward the line of scrimmage when we go in motion.
Yeah, I've noticed the same thing.
That moves the ball back to Bluefield 49. Be 1st and 15 for the Blue Devils. This time the Blue Devils are in and out with the wing back. It shifts from right to left. And the handoff to Clark. He's at the 50, 45, and dives for the 40. Let's see if he stepped out of bounds. He didn't. He gets down to the 40. A 10-yard gain almost.
A second and about 6.
It'll be second down and 6 at the Bluefield 40-yard line. Dusty made a good cut on the corner to pick up a couple more yards.
Sure did. It didn't look like he was going to be able to get the corner, and was able to.
Full house for the Blue Devil. Hand off to Clark at the left tight back spot. He breaks the tackle on the backfield. Gets across the 40 down to the 39-yard line, and that's going to be close to a first down. It is a first down. It's at the 34-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for Gate City at the Bluefield 34-yard line. The Devils have moved the ball pretty good. Actually, the only thing that stopped them was their own penalty. Devils this time with a slot back on the left in the spread, put a man in motion. Bowens passed to that back who was Clark, and he gets an ankle tackle after about a 3-yard gain down to maybe the 31-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 3, bring up second down and 7. Devils need to get it to the 24 of Bluefield for a first down.
Clock runs, 7:50 to go here in the first quarter, no score.
Blue Devils in a spread, kind of a pistol. They hand off to Clark, who gets tripped up as he crossed the 30. Gets down to about the 27-yard line. It'll be third down and 3. That's another one of those deals. If Clark's able to elude that ankle tackle, he's got a first down for sure, maybe more.
Yeah, they were able to get a pretty good hand on him and just couldn't maintain his balance. Still, that's a good 4 yards. Good solid 4 yards. 2 downs to get 2 yards here if we need it.
Devils this time go to a double wing and put Miller from right wing in motion. And the handoff is Flair Vaughn is stacked up behind the line of scrimmage for a couple yard loss.
There'll be a loss on the play of 3 yards. It'll bring up 4th and 5.
Loss of 3 is going to bring up 4th down and 5. The ball back at the 29-yard line of Bluefield.
So the Blue Devils will go for this. They're going to go field goal.
That'll be a 46-yard field goal.
No, I don't think. Yeah, there's Logan. I didn't see Bird come on there for just a second.
This will be a 46-yarder. They're down to 5 seconds on the play clock. 3, 2. There's a snap, and the kick is bad, no good. Is there a flag on the play?
Nope.
So the kick's no good, and at the end of 6:14 first quarter, no score.
Yeah, and Bluefield gets it at the 20 as it goes through the end zone. So
I gotta believe a little bit of that was
rush.
Yeah, it was rushing out there.
Well, it was.
In high school football, this
got a late start.
Through the end zone is a touchback. It'll be marked at the 20-yard line. First and 10 for the Beavers.
So the touchback gives the Beavers first and 10 at their own 20. That's where they started their drive a while ago. Levi Beckett, 6'0", 180-pound senior quarterback. This time comes under center for the first time tonight. 2 wide outs to the right. They put the wing back in motion. They hand off to the back out of the backfield, and he's able to pick up maybe 3 yards. That's Brad Fox on the carry. Fox is a 5'9", 175-pound junior. Gain of 3 brings up second down and 7. Looking out wide, well, in a slot. On the left side is Steptoe. Wide to the left is Woodruff. And they hand off again to a man in Down the backfield, is able to gain a yard, not much.
Before he's hammered to the ground by Seaver Elliott of the Devils, it'll bring up 3rd and 5.
It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Bluefield. Checked into the lineup for the Blue Devils. It's going to be Bledsoe, fullback. This time they come with 2 wideouts to the left, swap back on the right, and they hand off to that back. It's going to be short of the first down.
Progress takes him to the 29-yard line. It'll be 4th and 1.
On the carry that time, Steptoe?
I don't know, fooled me.
Yeah, I think it was 42 that was on the carry out of one of those wing-back spots.
Beckett in punt formation, Vaughn deep for the Blue Devils.
Beckett does do the punting, and Vaughn will drop back. He's on 45, a low snap. Beckett able to get it off. High end over end kick is going to hit, take a good rolling. Vaughn picks it up to 30, 35, 40, 45 midfield, and is brought down in Bluefield territory at about the 46-yard line.
He takes it all the way down to the Bluefield 46.
Yeah, did the right thing by picking that one up.
Oh yeah,
that was
going to roll another 5, 6, 7 yards.
It'll be marked for play, 1st and 10.
He's a fearless punt returner. I'm telling you, he's running some back. So the Blue Devils again with good starting field position at the Bluefield 46. Devils full house, 2 tight ends. Miller goes in motion. They hand off to Clark, and he breaks 1 tackle and dives forward, gets down close to the 40. It's going to be a gain of close to 6 yards on the play.
4 minutes to go, first quarter, still scoreless.
2nd down and 4 for Blue Devils at the Beaver 40-yard line. Play clock down to 8 seconds here.
Yeah, got in trouble by rushing a man to go.
We'll have to go pretty fast here.
Yeah, and there it goes.
We're just not really in sync.
Well, we've got to get out of the huddle. Larry, can't be in the huddle with 10 seconds left on the play clock.
So we run our quarterback all the way to the sideline to get the plays. Of course, we've done that all year.
Right, exactly. And it's not like we don't play with a 25-second clock at home, because we do. So
after they mark that penalty off, it's going to be 2nd down and about 9. As the Devils go I formation with the wing back on the left, hand off to Clark out of the tailback spot, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
TJ Mann's there for Bluefield along with Brett.
So they'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for Gateshead.
3rd and 9.
Every play, Bluefield sneaks somebody closer to the line of scrimmage. Every play. They started out. Now they've got pretty close 11 men, then 4 or 5 yards to the line of scrimmage.
Aaron Kaiser is in at a tight end spot on the right. Devils again full house. As
Green
drops back, throws a pass that didn't come out of his hand real well and falls incomplete.
Now, we were trying to set up a screen, and they had it read all the way. So we'll have to kick it back to them. But, 6 yards on 1st down and then give it back with the penalty, and that hurts us.
Yeah, we've been in there on their side of the 50 all night. Have nothing to show for it.
Miller in punt formation.
Dirk Miller will punt. Back deep for Bluefield is number 18.
Bad snap, but
Miller gets off the punt, and the punt is fielded at about the 13-yard line and brought down almost immediately. Might have got 1 yard.
Down at the 14-yard line. We have a first quarter score. Greenbrier West 7, Pikeview 0.
2:28 left first quarter, no score. Bluefield has it 1st and 10 on their own 14.
eventually they're going to throw one up to this 6'6" receiver.
Yes, sir. 44. Yep. They have the Blue Devils spread out. Put the wing back on the left side in motion. And hand it off to Steptoe. And he's able to get across the 20. We're up to the 20. He's second down and forward. They've used their the wing backs a lot in their running play. Handing off to them in motion. Wing back again on the left. So Steptoe goes in motion. This time they hand off the tailback who gets a block on the corner. Got the 25, the 30, and finally driven out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So a first down for the Bluefield Beavers at their own 36.
That's a gain of 16 yards and a first down for the Beavers.
16-yard gain, the biggest of the night so far. First and 10 at the Beaver 36-yard line. Joe Woodson, 6'6", 216 foot out wide to the right. As a runner reverse at the Blue Devils had it bottled up. Now he breaks tackles and gets up close to midfield and has a first down. That was Trey Williams on the carry that time. One wing back to the other wing back on a reverse.
Shouldn't have got a yard.
No. Just broke tackles at the line of scrimmage. Bluefield now with their best drive of the night. First and 10 on their own 49. And off. Not much gain, a yard or so.
Fox on the carry, he's got 3 before he's stopped by Michael.
Fox that time on the carry for Bluefield.
Bledsoe on the stop.
Across the 50 down to the Gate City 49. It's going to be second down and 8 with about 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. No score. But Bluefield with their best drive of the night. Beckett again puts that back in motion, hands off to him at wing back, and he's able to get across the Blue Devil 45 to about 44. Steptoe on the carry.
It'll bring up third and
I remember him from last year.
Yeah. It'll be third down and about 2.
Bluefield doesn't have to run another play. We'll see if they will.
4 seconds left, down to 2, down to 1. That's the end of the first quarter. So after 1 quarter play, it's Gate City nothing, Bluefield nothing. Back at Mitchell Stadium, where the Beavers have it third down and 1, the ball at their own 40. At the Blue Devil 42-yard line, just short of the 42. They just had to get just short of 41, so it's about a full yard. Beckett comes under center. They have double wing set this time. They put the wing back on the right side of motion. Beckett on the quarterback keeper has his first down up to the 40. It'll be first and 10 for Bluefield Beaver at the 40-yard line of the Blue Devils. Pretty slick ball handler, Beckett is. Their biggest runs have come off the right side here. This time they have a tight end on the right side. Double wing set, put the left wing back in motion. Hand off to the right wing back who gets some blocking on the end and gets to the 35 and stretches out for a first down close to the Blue Devil 30.
On the carry for the Beavers. He picks up about 10. It'll be really about 9.5. Clark on the stop right at the 30-yard line.
Get about a half-yard shy of the first down, looks like.
Fox has run the ball a couple of times out of the backfield. Quarterback on the first couple of plays, Beckett ran it. And all the other running plays have gone to a wingback, either Woodrum or Steptoe. Wide out to each side. One wingback this time on the left side. That's Steptoe goes in motion. They hand off to the back out of the backfield, which I think is Fox, and he's hit about the line.
I believe he's got the first down.
That's all he needed, wasn't it?
First down just across the 30.
Are they going to look at it and say probably first and 10, or are they going to bring a change in? We'll bring a change in a measure.
Yeah. Looks to me like it's clearly a first down.
They stretch the chains, and it is first and 10, but not by much. Ball just inside the Blue Devil 30. Maybe one link on the chain.
Like I said, from here it clearly.
Fox, the running back in the backfield. And off to the wingback, Steptoe out that wingback spot, and he breaks tackle and really lost a yard or two, but trying to cut back.
Steptoe on the carry. He picks up 4 yards.
Still has about a 4-yard gain.
Stopped by Vaughn at the 26-yard line.
Devil's not getting any penetration in the backfield. Their center goes 270, right guard 247, right tackle 241. Most of the runs have come off the right side. Second down and 6 for the Beavers. Back to a double wing set with the tight end on the right. Steptoe again goes in motion, but we have a timeout call for Bluefield.
So a timeout on the field, 9:55 to go in the first half, no score.
Back at Mitchell Stadium, it's second down and 6 for the Beavers. 9:55 to go in the second quarter. The ball is on the 26-yard line of Gate City. Bluefield on this drive started, I believe, at around 14, maybe. Fox, the tailback in this set. Hand off to Fox out of the backfield. The Blue Devils stack him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Got penetration that time.
Yes.
Fox on the carry. He picks up no yards. So Mike Bluefield only been up 37.
Tackled by Logan Russell, the first man to hit.
Aaron Kaiser comes up injured. He has to check out of the lineup.
Who replaced him? Did you notice one?
No, I didn't catch the number.
This time they come up in a spread formation. Beckett along with Fox, a low snap and a flag on the play. Maybe illegal motion on them.
Well, I hope.
Well, he keeps looking at the receiver that's breaking downfield.
Well, I'd say then that's a pretty good bet.
Legal procedure on the Beavers. Be a 5-yard penalty. Is that time I believe Joe Woodrum, that 6'6", 218 senior, number 44, may have been his intended target. He was headed on a fly pattern down the left sideline, but he took a step too early across the line. Third down and
well, at 6'6", he'd be one I'd be looking for.
oh yeah, third down and about 14. Fox out of the backfield goes in motion. Beckett looks for the screen pass. It is set up, and the ball is dropped. Pass was to Edwards, I believe.
Probably real handy for us it was dropped.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to spread out. There was a lot of green field between them and the end zone.
Yeah. And I would imagine they'll probably go for this. No need to punt. Well, I don't know. Is this punt or is this field goal?
Well, Beckett does the punting too, and it looks like
Yeah.
it may be.
Well,
Let me trying to pin you back deep.
Well, that's okay. I'd make sure he punts it.
Oh yeah.
I'd make sure that anybody going downfield was covered.
But he does punt it and aims it for the far sideline, but it takes a bounce and goes into the end zone.
Yeah, Vaughn sold that real good, didn't he? He come over running towards the near sideline, calling for a fair catch, and every defender for the Beavers, they came to him, and the ball was on the other side of the field. Did a good job of selling it. Not such a good job, I guess, by the Beavers trying to find it, but it wouldn't have mattered as it sailed into the end zone.
So the Blue Devils take over 1st and 20 at their own 20.
And 1st and 10 too, but
yeah,
I wouldn't have. I don't think.
1st and 10.
Didn't see much to gain right there by punting the football, but we'll take it.
This is the deepest the Blue Devils have started out in any drive so far. Devils hand off to Clark running right, and he tries to get around the corner and is able to pick up 10, 11 yards. Has a first down.
We got a flag, go.
A flag on the field in the Blue Devil backfield.
Yeah, that's probably going to be holding. We'll see.
Did he give a holding sign?
No, he's not give anything yet. But that's what it's going to be, it looks like.
It is
holding.
holding.
Is the call against the Blue Devils. That'll be a big 10-yard penalty from the spot of the flag.
That moves Gate City back deep.
Looks like it's about the 12-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 18.
Let's call it the 13-yard line, just like they used to be in the 13 to be 1st down and right at 20 yards. The handoff this time to.
Inside handoff will pick up 2 yards. Ferguson there for the Beavers to make the stop.
Joseph Vaughn.
Yeah, it was Vaughn. I was trying to see who it was. Couldn't see the name. Gained a couple yards on the play. Second down and about 15. Devils still running that play in. We're down to 8 seconds on the play clock. Full house. This time Clark goes in motion.
Oh.
And they hand off to Vaughn, who's hit up, stood up in the backfield. Luckily, he didn't fumble the football. By the time he got the handoff, he got in.
Yeah, and very, very fortunate we didn't turn it over right there. We didn't block anybody.
So
and that's 2 times we've run that man in motion, and they've chilled us in the backfield.
So they got a key they're reading, too.
Yep.
Devils come up now with 2 wideouts to the left and stay in the I formation, put the wing back in motion. And pass is incomplete. Just a little bit low. Vaughn, if he catches it, he's still running.
Yep.
Had 2 blockers in front of him.
But in some defense of Bowen, he didn't have a whole lot of time.
No, he had some pressure from his right, about 3 players coming at him.
Yeah.
And that's to his backside, too, because he's turning to throw left.
But if he could have got the ball to him, we had a long way to run that time.
Brad Fox will drop back close to midfield to receive the punt. And Miller gets it blocked. A little slow getting it off. It's blocked by Bluefield and goes out of bounds. And Bluefield's going to have the ball at the 15-yard line of Gate City.
It's not hard to block them when you don't block them.
when you don't block the guy that's forcing.
I mean, we didn't touch him. He just comes scot-free from the right side, and the snap was good, and maybe just a little slow getting it off, but he was there in plenty of time to block it. So now the Devils defense. And he's got the work cut out for him.
First and 10 on Gate City 15 as again they put a wing back in motion. Beckett on a quarterback keeper. It's hit at the 15. They might give him a 14. But only about a half-yard gain on the play. Be second down and a long 9 for the Beavers. Down to 6:33 to go in the first half. No score. It has been a game of two pretty good teams hurting themselves.
Yeah,
really.
Kind of punching at each other, and each one of them's had a penalty or two, a mistake that's hurt themselves.
The wing back in motion, Beckett. On a quarterback draw this time, he is hit and stood up. Maybe, well, I don't think he gained a thing, Mark.
No, he didn't. Not a thing.
Right back to the
half
line.
yard.
It's going to bring up third down and 9 for the Beavers.
We did a good job staying home over there that time.
Yeah.
We could have trailed that play, and that could have been a touchdown. But
I would have to think you'd see the ball in the air somewhere here.
And timeout will be asked for by Bluefield. 5:40 to go here in the first half. No score.
Third down and 9 for the Bluefield Beavers at the Gate City 15-yard line. They've run 2 plays and maybe gained 6 inches. This time they come with 2 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right. Now the Devils really spread out. As pass is a long pass into the end zone. That is complete for a touchdown to the big guy, Joe Woodruff, number 44.
Well, I wondered how long it was going to take for them to do that. I mean, you know, they've got such a huge size advantage there, but we just didn't play that very well.
No.
Justin Mariotti in to try the point after.
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly got a size advantage, but we probably could have done a little better job there.
Snap and the kick is up and the kick is good. So the Beavers lead the Blue Devils by a score of 7-0. Back at Mitchell Stadium where the Beavers have just scored and taken a 7-0 lead on the Blue Devils. Montana Morris fields the kickoff, fumbles it, picks it up, 15 to 20. Cuts to the right side, gets across the 25, and finally brought down at about the 27-yard line.
By Morris out to the 28-yard line. Will be marked for that at that spot first.
It'll be first and 10 for Gate City at, well, call it the 28-yard line. Devils need to answer that touchdown with one of their own here. Stay in this ball game.
Certainly. Down 7-0, not that big a deal really, but got to execute just a little better.
Devils have Tripp set up on the right. And Nick throws a pass across the middle that intended for Miller, hit him in the hands. Might have been a little bit behind him, but you got to catch him. Miller had done a deep slant in and had picked up about 12, or would have picked up 12 or 15 yards. Just unable to catch the football. So Nick Bowen, quarterback. Will be second down and 10 for Gate City. Same formation. Miller, one back in the backfield. High snap, hand off to Vaughn, and nobody's through there. Devils trying to run a little delay to Vaughn, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage for about a 3-yard loss.
Tell you one thing, they've got his number. They are aware of number 31, aren't they?
Yeah, they keyed on him the whole game.
Yeah. They've pretty much decided we're going to stop him and see what everybody else can do.
Blue Devils had some good opportunities the first 2 times they've had the football. Since then, they're going backward. Trips again to the left side. Bowen in the shotgun, gets a snap, looks, gets some pressure, throws the ball over the middle, way too high and incomplete. And the man got hit. There's no doubt about it, Clark got hit.
Yeah, no interference there though, because
Nice wasn't catchable.
and I believe it's Bowen that might be injured.
Yeah, Bowen is slow getting up off the field.
Yeah, and it's his right hand or right arm. I believe.
Applebee's. You can buy
Maybe.
for $5 for all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast at Applebee's on the 23rd of October.
He got blasted right when he delivered the football.
Yeah, they've last 2 or 3 series, they really put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Late in the second quarter, Princeton 7, Graham 0.
Back deep to receive this punt again is going to be this Fox, and doing the punting is going to be Miller. Last time the Blue Devils punted, Beaver rushed it and got a block.
Number 33 blocked it the last time, and he's out here. Looks like he's coming again.
There's a snap. Now the Blue Devils, not a good punt by Miller off the side of the foot,
Punt goes off the side of the punter's foot.
and Beaver's going to have good field position again.
Yeah, didn't even get to.
It's going to be marked for play at the
26.
26-yard line.
They're going to mark it.
2-yard punt.
2-yard punt.
At the 29-yard line, that'll be a 5-yard punt. The ball will be marked for play at the Blue Devil 29-yard line.
Actually going to be the 29.
Yep.
But probably had thoughts in his head of having that last one blocked.
Yep, I'd say without question.
So Beaver with good field position at the Blue Devil, call it the 29-yard line. Beckett along with Fox. Beckett calls the signal, looks over the middle, gets some pressure, throws a long pass down the field. That is, again, for that big receiver who's just about 7 inches taller than our defensive back. He catches him for a touchdown.
Yeah, there's a flag down, though, across the way. We'll see. See what the flag is. Holding
against Bluefield. They're going to pick on our cornerbacks all night.
Well, I mean, yeah. I wondered what took them so long to start doing that.
While they're marking off the penalty, get out your 50-50 tickets, and we'll announce.
We don't have anybody we can put back there to match up with it.
Well, you got to have good technique, that's for sure. And we're not close enough to him.
No.
I mean, he's got 3 or 4 yards on us there, and with his height advantage, all he's got to do is stick a hand up and catch it, and that's what he done both times. But we've got to get somebody around him.
The holding evidently was behind the line of scrimmage. That's looks like about a 13-yard mark out.
Yeah, the flag was at the 32.
Okay. Ball spotted now on the 43. Devils with some pressure and finally bring the quarterback down after he picks up maybe 3 yards, 4 yards to the 39. We got a little pressure on Beckett that time and really had a good chance throwing him for a while. He's second down at about 20 now. Ball at the 38-yard line of Gate City. Cornerback spot on that big receiver is going to be Tyler Bird. As they throw a screen pass, almost broken up by the Blue Devils. Breaks tackles, and finally gets down to the 30. It looked like he gained a lot more than he did, and it really did gain quite a bit. He gained about 10 yards.
Yeah.
But still not back to the original line of scrimmage.
Got to do a little better job of tackling there.
We had a good chance that time of breaking up the pass out in the flat. Had a defender back there, got up in the air and just
almost made a really good play. Just missed it by a little bit. Good effort.
Be third down 11 now for Bluefield. Double wings on each side. Quarterback roll. Throws the pass that is incomplete. It hit him in the wrong place. Hit him in the hands. That pass was just step toe.
On the intended receiver. We'll bring up 4th and 11.
It's going to be 4th down 11 with 2:51 to go in the first half.
Well, they're not going to punt it here.
No, I'd say they're going to.
They punted from the 34 a minute ago. They're not going to punt from here. I know what I'd do.
I'd say they'll find a way to isolate that 6'6" kid on the quarterback and just lob it up there.
Let's see if he can make a play. They've thrown it to him twice, and he's caught it twice for touchdowns. One didn't count because of a hold.
He's lined up on the left side this time. As they throw the same play down the field. This time it's intercepted by Bird at the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
He played that pretty good. Had good position on him.
Intercepted at the 5-yard line. They make the interception.
Yeah, the best thing to do, like Tim said, would have been to bat it down. But
yeah, it would, but at least we stopped them.
Yeah, we stopped them. That's the key.
Yeah.
So the Blue Devils take over 2:43 to go in the half on their own 5-yard line. Be 1st and 10 as they've. This time. And I think we got a face mask.
Yeah, or horse collar face mask or something. But Bowen, somebody went the
shot
wrong way.
The gap and had Bowen around the neck. Face mask.
Yeah, and that's 15 yards.
You would think so, the way this
Oh, yeah.
Line of scrimmage, I would think.
The end of the run was marked at the 1-yard line. It is a personal foul face mask.
And they marked it off
to the 16-yard line.
From one of the infractions. Makes it a
be first and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Blue Devil 17 yard. 17 yard. 1st and 10 at the 17. Devils put a wide out to the right. Split backs in the backfield, unbalanced line, strong side to the right. And they hand off again to Vaughn. And he might have got a yard. Might have just got back to the line of scrimmage. They're whipping our offensive line.
Yeah, they, especially when Vaughn gets a football,
yeah.
It's like.
Congratulations to Daniel Carnett, winner of the 50.
No gain, be 2nd down and 10 with about 2:05 to go here. As the Blue Devils have taken a long time.
Yeah, we're going to end up having to take a timeout, it looks like.
I'd say Coach Housey's going to let it run down. Then call the timeout with just a second or 2 to go.
Yep, that's what it'll be. So, with timeout on the field, 1:47 to go here in the first half. It's Bluefield 7, Gate City nothing.
Back at Mitchell Stadium with 1:46 to go. Blue Devils have it 2nd down and 10. They hand off to Vaughn again, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage for about a 2-yard loss. His rushing yardage tonight so far is a negative number.
No, Larry don't have a chance. He touches a football. That's 3 times that he's barely got the football in his hand, and he's getting knocked down.
Be 3rd down and about 13 with 1:20 to go here. Devils have taken 2 timeouts.
I'd say if they stop us here, they'll take 1.
Oh, yeah. Now Gate City in a shotgun formation. They hand off to Clark out of the halfback spot. He picks up maybe 3 or 4 yards up to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and 10 for Gate City.
As Bluefield has called a timeout, we'll keep it here.
1:02 to go before the end of the half. Beavers lead the Blue Devils by a score of 7-0.
And we'll take a 30-second break.
Fourth down and 10 for the Blue Devils. Derek Miller stands at his 2 to punt. Back deep is Fox. A low snap, but Miller able to get it off. Fox lets it hit. Takes a Blue Devil roll across midfield. And it's finally down at the 47 of Bluefield.
Bluefield without any timeouts.
51 seconds to go before halftime. Bluefield on top by a score of 7-0. Scored on a 16-yard touchdown punt.
After a blocked punt.
Yep.
And we stopped them on the first 2 downs, too. played good defense there, and but they hit the touchdown pass on 3rd and 10.
Split out wide to the left is that big receiver, Woodrum. Beckett rolls to his right, looks, gets some pressure, and breaks containment, gets to the 30, 45, 40. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the, well, no, he didn't go out of bounds. He's all the way down to the Blue Devil 26.
He did not get out of bounds, but the clock will stop for the first down marker. So
that time Beckett looked over his receivers. Devils had pretty good coverage. But,
yeah.
And a man-to-man, if you're playing man-to-man, you got a lot of open field. Now, it looked like the Devils were offsides or they snapped the ball early.
He spikes the ball. That's a loss of down on the incomplete
spiked
pass.
the ball, I guess.
Yep. Stops the clock with 33 seconds to go here in the half.
It'll be second down, 10.
Blue Devils trail 7-0.
The ball at the Gate City 27-yard line. This time, Steptoe is wide to the right.
What I want to know is why is the 25-second clock not started?
Probably won't till the snap move. I don't know.
The 25-second clock should have started when they marked the ball for play after they downed it.
It's not first down, it's second down. Now they changed the yard mark. Beckett rolls to his right, gets some pressure, and the Blue Devils bring him down back at the 41-yard line.
And now Bluefield without timeout.
And the clock down to 20 seconds. Blue Devils have one timeout, but you're not going to take it.
No. And I don't know exactly. Bluefield not in any hurry, it doesn't look like. The only thing they might do is try to run it and throw it down the field. 2 seconds, 1 second, didn't get it off. They didn't get the play off. No, they didn't.
They didn't get it off, so that's the end of the half. And,
so
at the halftime, Bluefield leads Gate City by score 7-0. As Bluefield prepares to kick off to start this second half, and we'll see how the Blue Devils respond to what might have been a pretty good lecture. They go from a muddle huddle on their kickoff.
I thought you had to have, I didn't think that was legal. I thought you had to have 3 on one side of the ball or 4 or something before the kick, but evidently, obviously not.
High end over end kick. It's fielded at the 17, and we run into our own player, finally able to get it up to about the 23. That is on the carry, number 14
Corey
for the Blue Devils, Corey Franklin. So not a bad position to start from, but we've been pretty good all year running kickoffs back to good field position. Blue Devils go 2 tight ends and a full house here to start out with. They hand off to the left halfback who gets a seam, and that is Clark. Gets a first down across the 35 to about the 37.
Now that was come out in the straight T formation, and I'd say.
And there was some blocking on that right side that time. Had a crease.
I fully expect that we got challenged a little bit at halftime. I would say our coaches challenged our offensive line to start getting some things done. Plus they coached them up, made some corrections, and we've got to continue on down this road.
Full house again. This time they hand off to Clark, I believe, out of the right halfback spot.
Inside run will pick up 2 yards.
Franklin that time, but I could see the one, but it could tell who the other back was. In the backfield we have Seth Clark. Dusty Clark was out for that play. Returns and Franklin was back in. Gain of 2 on that play. Brings up second down and 8. And Seth Clark will line up the right halfback spot. Vaughn the fullback, and Dusty Clark at the left halfback spot. Devils in a full house. They hand off on a quick opener to Vaughn, and boy, his yardage, he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But the only thing that opened quick that time was a hole for the defensive tackle to get through.
So no gain for Vaughn tonight, especially on that play. And like we were talking there before the half, I'd say his yardage is negative numbers so far tonight. So it's third down and maybe short 8. Handoff this time to Miller, who was in the ball game.
Miller on the carry.
He picks up maybe 3, but it's going to bring up a fourth down and about 4 for Gate City at their own 44, and the Devils send the punt team in. You might be able to change field position here,
right,
but then you got to do something with your defense.
Yeah. We've not, we've held our own with them when been in a couple of bad spots defensively. We need to get, first of all, a good snap and a good punt.
Miller will do the punting. Back deep for Bluefield is Fox, and
we got both.
Yeah, it's a good punt. Fox fields it over his shoulder about the 13-yard line. The Blue Devils have people there, but Fox is still able to get up to about his 19-yard line.
We got both, a good snap and a dandy punt from Miller that time.
I'll tell you something else. They got good pressure from that defensive right side, too.
Yeah, number 33 again, Lee. Hopefully we won't have to punt again, but if we do, we must really be on the lookout for him.
Well, we got him blocked one time tonight. We had to bet some. We blocked him. But Levi Beckett, quarterback. Fox lined up to his left. Beckett on the quarterback keeper, gets a hold. Gets about 4 yards maybe on the carry.
He picks up about 3 yards on the play before he stopped. It was
going to be second down and 6 for Bluefield.
Second and 6.
The ball at their own 20, we'll call it the 24-yard line. It's short of that. They have to get almost to the 30 for a first down. 2 wide outs to each side, same formation there. Beckett gets a snap, throws a little pass out in the flat that is complete to Brown. Stepatoe goes down the far sideline and is finally drugged down from behind at the 24-yard line of Gate City. A little pass out to Stepatoe, and he finally tackled the 23-yard line. So that flips field position for them.
Yeah, we lost him over there somehow.
First and 10 for the Beavers at the Blue Devils 23. Wide out to each side. Wingback comes in motion, handoff running right. Gets a couple of yards, rolls over a tackler down to about the 20, gains about 5 on the play.
It'll be a gain of 3.
Yeah, change that, make it a gain of maybe 3 yards. Just over the 20-yard line of Gate City. It'll be second down and 7. Got spread out again. Edwards goes in motion from right to left. They hand off to Fox right up the middle, and he may go all the way.
Yep.
He does. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown. 20-yard touchdown for Brad Fox.
So that puts the Beavers on top 13-0 here in the third quarter. 7:41 to go. Extra point upcoming.
Mariotti in to try the punt.
Kick is up, the kick is good, so Bluefield leads Gate City by a score of 14-0. We are back. Bluefield will prepare to kick off. Back deep for the Blue Devils. Montana Morris on the near side, and on the far side, Joseph Vaughn.
Also deep is Morris.
Franklin, one of the up back. As again, they put all their players except the kicker on the right-hand side of the field. And it's a low end-over-end kick. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So
The kick goes into the end zone for
Vaughn kind of looked at Morris, and Morris looked at Vaughn, and they decided, I guess, it's better to not try to field that and let it go on into the end zone.
Yeah, it's probably a pretty good move. The only bad thing happens there is if it don't go into the end zone, but it skipped in. So now the Blue Devils getting close to the point now to where they're going to have to score.
Yep, because if you don't, this good team will keep piling on the points. They have all the momentum.
Well, we've got to seize some of that from them right here.
It was in a little bit different formation with a wide out to the right, wing back, and off to Clark, who was a standing tailback, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage for a yard loss. The running game of the Blue Devils after the first two series has been filled.
Yeah, we had a good play, you know, one decent play there to start the second half, and then you know, they just not letting us run it. And you win football games by being able to run it and stop the run. And you know, they've stopped our run game, and that's certainly one of the big differences in this one.
It looks like we don't know what we're lining up in. We got three wides here as Nick is sacked behind the line of scrimmage. 4 Bluefield players back in the Blue Devil backfield, and Nick Bowen never had a chance.
No, not a chance.
And it wasn't a screen. It wasn't going to be a screen pass either.
No, they just
Blue Devil sacked all the way back to their 9-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 22. The Devils again.
Yeah, we're
a high snap. It goes into the end zone, but we have a flag on the play. Hopefully, it's a legal procedure on Gate City.
It is.
We're running out of a formation. I don't know that I've seen this run out. It's kind of like a pistol formation. You have a quarterback about 3 yards in front of your tailback, along with maybe a wing back on one side or the other. It's going to be 3rd down and 22. 3rd down 20. More than that now. Really
26.
27, 26. Put the wing back in motion. Vaughn on the quarterback option pitches to Clark, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not hardly to the line of scrimmage.
No. Loses a yard.
So all the Blue Devils offense is going negative now.
Yeah, they've just bottled us up.
I'll tell you one thing this team, Bluefield has. They have a lot of quickness in their defensive front.
That's the thing I see, is they're pretty good up front.
Let's see how big they are up front. Miller to punt out of his end zone, gets off an end-over-end punt. And Fox runs down, fumbles the football, but is able to fall on it back at the 44-yard line of Gate City. Well, they marked it on the 43.
5:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bluefield leads Gate City 14-0. We need something good. We've got to get a turnover or something here pretty quickly.
1st and 10, and for the first time tonight, they have 2 backs in the backfield, but they put one in motion. Williams goes in motion. Quarterback keeps it to his left, has 5, has 10, and it finally knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 14 yards down to the Blue Devil 30.
Picks up 15 yards and a first down for the Beavers.
They are opening some holes in this defensive front of the Blue Devils. It's 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line of Gate City for the Beavers. Fox along in the backfield. The only back in the backfield. They put that wing back in motion. Snap. The play goes to the right, hand off to Fox, and he gets inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line.
He's finally drugged down and about the 23.
As the Blue Devils do get in a different defensive tackle, as Kyle Kilgore comes in at the right defensive tackle. A little bit more size. Kilgore, well, no. Kilgore just a 180-pound senior. He'd been out for a play or two. In the backfield this time is Williams alongside of handoff is to Williams over right guard. Picks up a couple yards down to about the 22-yard line.
He stopped for a short gain. Seth Clark there for the Blue Devils.
Be third down and 3 for Bluefield. Ball at the Blue Devil 26-yard line, or at the 21-yard line. Play clock down to 2 seconds. Bluefield has to take a timeout.
We'll take one too.
3:15 to go here in the third quarter. Bluefield on top of Gate City by a score of 14-0, and have it third down and 3 at the Gate City 22-yard line. They fake a pass out in the flat, and the long pass is incomplete. Fans on this side wanted pass interference, pass intended for Williams.
I don't think we touched him.
I don't think we touched him either.
I think he just dropped
I think we might have blocked his view of the football a little bit. As we were trying to cover Williams with a linebacker.
No, there's a flag down over here too, though. And it's against Beaver, the Beavers, but I don't know if we're going to take it, make it 3rd and 8, or decline it, make it 4th and 3.
Legal motion called on Bluefield. We decline it.
Yep.
So it's going to be 4th down and about 3, long 3. And no better than we've started a running game. I'm not so sure what to take it to.
Well, I think we'll stop them here and get off the field. Then got to try to get something going on the offensive side, which is not going well.
Beckett comes out with one back in the backfield. That'll be Williams on his left. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. And a middle screen set up, pass incomplete. And a flag on the play.
That's going to be lineman downfield.
I would think so.
Pass was way overthrown and incomplete.
Should be an illegal lineman downfield, yeah.
They had about 3 over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they had their choice of several, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the call was. Legal man downfield, so Gate City will take over on down. That's their own 22.
Now it's time for the guys in the offensive line and on the offensive side of the ball to get something going.
Well, you'd like to at least get 7 points on the board to make this kind of look a little respectable.
Well, what you got to do is, I mean, certainly down 14, still a quarter and a third to play, but you know we've got to get something going.
Out of the I formation, we run Dusty Clark at tailback, and he picks up a couple of yards, up to about the 24-yard line. He's 2nd down and 8, and we just haven't been able to run the ball. They're playing a 5-man line with a middle guard on defense, and we haven't been able to block them all night. Linebacker sits a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, and off to Clark again. And he gets up to the 25, gains a couple more yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 or 7 for Gate City, 3rd and 7. Ball spotted just short of the 25. We were talking during that break how West Virginia on the running play really slants her offensive line to one side or the other. it seems like we've had a problem defensively of stopping that. High formation again for the Blue Devils. Wide outs. Long pass downfield that may be picked off, but it is deflected incomplete. As
Pass intended for Morris is not the
pass
way
intended for Morris. Pass incomplete. Knocked away by Trey Williams. Pass hung up a little too much. Gave Williams time to get there. So the Blue Devils will again have to punt. Miller had a number of punts tonight. Back deep for Bluefield will be Fox. Brad Fox standing inside his own 40. A low snap, but Miller able to get it away. Not a real good punt off the side of his foot again. It goes out of bounds. Well, they did blow it out of bounds. Gets a decent Gate City roll up to the up their own. Let's see where they spotted. 45. They must have blew it dead over there.
And to 43 is where they'll put it down.
I thought it hit the sideline. I didn't hear a whistle. It actually rolled back in for another 5 yards. So Bluefield again with good field position on the Blue Devil 43-yard line. First and 10 as Williams comes wide to the right. And this time they hand off on that flanker moving. We got a man there and we sling him down finally with Bond. Throws it for a pretty good loss of about 6 yards.
We have a scoring update from Princeton. It's Princeton 17, Graham 0.
They'll spot it back at the 48 of Gate City. It'll be second down and about 16 for Bluefield with 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. This time Beckett comes under center again with a wing back on each side. And off to Fox right up the middle, and he fights forward for a gain of maybe 3 yards.
That'll take it to 3rd and 12.
Third down and 12 for Bluefield with 25 seconds to go, and they may just let the clock run out as the play clock.
Yep, that's what they're going to choose to do. It appears.
Down to 10 seconds on the scoreboard clock. Play clock is a couple seconds ahead of that. So Bluefield will let the clock run out here in the third quarter, and they lead the Blue Devils by a score of 14-0. Ready to start the fourth quarter here as the Bluefield Beavers will have it on the Gate City 45-yard line.
You know, Larry, this game tonight has been played from the 40-yard line in front of us to our right the whole night. There has been nothing really inside the 40 going to our left.
That's true. This time Beckett comes under center. Fox in the backfield, puts that wing back in motion, hands off to the wing back. We hit him to the line of scrimmage. He breaks tackles, and he will go all the way in the end zone for a touchdown. So a 44-yard touchdown. Trey Williams.
Yeah, we just didn't get him on the ground there. We had a chance at, like you said there, we made a little contact with him, but unable to get him on the ground. And
point after is up and good. So Bluefield leads Gate City by a score of 21-0. Back at Mitchell Stadium, 11:51 to go in the ball game. Gate City now trails Bluefield by a score of 21-0. Last touchdown by Bluefield, a 45-yard touchdown run by Trey Williams. Point after good with only 9 seconds burned off the clock in the fourth quarter. So Bluefield will again kick off, back deep. Far side will be Montana Morris, and your side will be Joseph Vaughn. This is a high pooch kick. It's going to be fielded by Nutback at the 24 and falls down. As Franklin took it, tried to make a cut, and fell down at about the 27-yard line.
He falls at the 27-yard line. It'll be marked for play. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
So the Blue Devils trying to get something on the board here. As they take it 1st and 10 at their own 27. And last 2 or 3 series, they've haven't gained hardly any yards at all.
Now we had that 11, 12-yard run for a first down on the first play of the half, and other than that, not much positive.
Double wing set this time by the Blue Devils. As pass over the middle is tipped, incomplete. Pass intended for Clark. And Bluefield had 2 defenders right there in the area. Our receivers are not able to get any separation when you throw the ball. And on top of that, Nick's not had a whole lot of time to look over the field and throw it.
That time there was probably the most time he'd had to
the last 2 or 3 pass plays. 2nd and 10 at the 27 now for Gate City. Shotgun. As pass over the middle is complete to Clark for a first down up at the 38-yard line. Clark ran a deep turn in. Able to come up with a good catch. Devils going in a hurry-up offense here. Come with 3 wideouts to the right. And Joseph Vaughn, the only back in the backfield, as shotgun formation. Flyer out pass to Clark. Makes a move on the corner, but not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Good ankle tackle that time by number 42, Brian Steptoe.
Dusty Clark will have to check out. A little bit of a limp there.
Who came in his place, you notice? Looks like Franklin has come into the lineup. Devils go with 1 wide out to the left, 3 again to the right. Morris the furthest of those. And we're looking for a screen. Pass to Vaughn with a couple blockers in front. Able to get across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 for Gate City. Need to get it to the 48 for a first down. The Blue Devils have come out throwing the football here in this series. Bowen not had a whole lot of time to throw it. This time Bowen goes under center. We're in a double wing formation with 1 wide out to each side. Put Franklin in motion, pitch it to him. And he's going to throw a halfback pass, long pass down the field. That is, he got to throw. Well, the referee tried to throw his flag and he threw it behind him. I've never seen. Pass was intended for Miller. That'll give the Blue Devils a first down on the 15-yard penalty for pass interference.
Should be about the 43-yard line.
15-yard penalty from the previous spot and a first down for the Blue Devils.
That will be the first time in a long time we've been their turnover.
Yes, it is. Long time, since maybe the first quarter.
That's what I'm thinking. They spotted at the 43 of Bluefield. Make it 1st and 10.
The receiver was out there plenty, he was wide open, but the ball hung up.
If you could have let him a step or two, he had well, I wouldn't say a touchdown, but he had a long game. They hand off to Vaughn. He finally gets a crease, makes a move on the corner to the 30, 25, 20, cuts it back inside, and stumbles at the 10, but it should be 1st and goal at the Bluefield 10-yard line.
Joseph probably felt like he'd been let out of jail.
It's
the first running room he'd had all night long.
But a few completed passes have opened up the run game.
Well, they come back with 3 or 4 starters in the defensive line here too, right now.
Full house for the Blue Devils. Hand off to Bird, who's in at right halfback, and he's horse collared and brought down after a gain of 2 down to the 8.
He does pick up 2 yards before he's met by the Bluefield forward wall.
Tyler Bird in on the carry that time for
It'll bring up
Gate
second
City,
down
as
and 8.
Dusty Clark hadn't returned. He's still down over there on the sideline.
Yeah,
maybe they're
they're
working on a cramp or something.
Well, either that or that groin might be tightening up a little bit. I'm not sure.
Blue Devils this time with trips on the right, one wide out to the left. And Nick rolls, passes into the end zone. Oh, off the fingertips
Pass is through the hands of the
of
intended receiver Russell.
Montana
Falls
Morris, I believe.
incomplete in the end zone. It'll bring up 3rd and 8.
I thought for a second Morris might be able to bring that down. I mean, you got to throw it high to get it over the defensive back. Just unable to bring it down. 3rd down and goal from 8. Trips on the left side this time. Nick looks, getting pressure, throws a ball that's deflected and intercepted at about the 8-yard line, and the defender is run down and tackled at the 24-yard line. Edwards on the interception. So the Blue Devils again not able to score. That ball got tipped a little bit. Or I think he got tipped. It looked like he got tipped.
Yeah, I think it might have.
He threw one like that in the first quarter that looked like it had been tipped. It just come out of his hand that way. So Bluefield takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20, looks like 22-yard line. They hand off to that wing back in motion, and we stack him up and throw him. Maybe not for a loss, but they got back to the line of scrimmage. That was
Step toe.
yeah, step toe on the carry, 42. And Bluefield with a 21-point lead. I wouldn't think you'd see them put it in there again. They don't have to.
I don't think they're that kind of team that would intentionally do something like that. I mean, they might have to on 3rd and long or something, but I believe they're going to run it.
And off to Fox, and he gets a hole over left guard, gets up to about 30. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 for Bluefield.
It'll bring up a 3rd and about 3.
Let's just get Beckett. Beckett does a good job on his faking ability.
Yeah, he's a good run quarterback, team quarterback.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback for this kind of offense.
Yes, he is. Yeah, sure is.
Fox again as they put tiptoe in motion. This time they miss it and fumble. They miss the handoff, fumble it, and they're able to fall on it. So it'll be a 4th down as he attempted to hand off to Fox. And,
they run together a little bit.
Yeah, they did run together. Ball was fumbled in the backfield, but the Beavers have recovered. So it'll be 4th and about 6. And back deep for Gate City is Vaughn.
Beckett in punt formation.
And Beckett does the punting for Bluefield. He's just to do it all. Low snap. Devils have the return on. Beckett gets off a good punt. And Vaughn backs away and it takes a Bluefield roll and hit him on the leg. Now he fumbles the football. And Bluefield picks it up and will run it into the end zone. But I think that's enough.
Yeah,
it may be Bluefield's ball right here.
It is Bluefield's ball, but they can't advance.
They can't advance it. So Bluefield on the fumble and the muff punt will take over to Blue Devil 26-yard line. So the worst thing Gate City's done tonight was getting on the bus.
It's been one of those nights. We tried to get out of the way of a punt that run into us. It's not been.
I think Joseph might have had that deal in his mind where he thought I'll let it roll, like he pulled over the other night.
Just a bad night for us tonight.
Beckett hands off to Williams, running off of right side of the line, able to get inside the 20, down to the 19.
You know,
6-yard gain with 4 to go for a first.
Said a bad night for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad night, but we didn't play our best. But now we're playing a pretty good football team.
We're playing a good team, but you're going to see some good teams.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You're going to see some good teams.
That's right. And
we talked a little bit about the two best teams we played. We haven't fared too well.
No, not offensively.
No,
not offensively.
This time, two wideouts to the right, one to the left, with Beckett rolls to his right, and is tackled from behind for about a 3-yard loss.
I really think they were going to hand that off to number 16 coming back at us, and we blew it up.
Yeah, I think we did too. They looked like they had Edwards coming back that way. If you could do that, I'd say, buddy, you could walk into the end zone because all the motion's going right. He's running back to the left side, but it'll be 3rd down and 8 here with 5:35 to go in the game. And Bluefield Beavers on top of Gate City by a score of 21-0. They have that big tall wideout on the right side. Beckett just on a straight handoff to Edwards.
Williams on the carry for the
Or Williams, that is. He gets up to the 20. It'll be 4th down and
maybe 5.
about 5 yards to go. With the clock running, be inside of 5 minutes before Beckett takes the snap here. Blue Devils next week will be at home, face the John Battle Trojans.
Yep, back in the Clinch Mountain District next week.
Edwards goes in motion, and the quarterback keeper right up the middle, and he fights for yardage, but it's going to be short of the 1st down.
Yep, so Gate City will take over on downs.
The ball will be turned over to the Blue Devils on downs, 1st and 10 Gate City.
And that's really some pretty good play calling now with Bluefield's coaching staff.
Yeah, it is.
They realize that they have enough points on the board to win this ball game.
Yep,
The Blue Devils take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line with 4:09 to go in the ball game.
Well,
trailing by a score 21.
It matters not in a 21-0 game, but they never stopped the clock until the referee chopped it to put it in play. Then they stopped the clock. Yeah, it was still running, but we lost a few seconds, but that's not going to matter tonight.
Might be good for Gate City. Naked backfield as quarterback keeper didn't work.
Well, I mean, Larry,
no running plays have worked.
We haven't. Yeah, we snapped the ball and they have just overpowered us. I mean, that's just all you can say about it. I mean, we snapped the ball and they've got 3 or 4 blue shirts in the backfield.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, they're playing at 5-man line, and I believe they're bringing those linebackers too. I don't think, even as much as we try to spread them out, they've got about 7 people that we've got to try to block. I hope that's what the problem is. Little flare out past the Bond, and he gets across the 15 to about the 16-yard line.
The flag is down across the way.
Maybe a face mask. It is a face mask. I noticed Bond was adjusting his helmet, like trying to get it up off his chest.
Trying to remove it.
So that's going to be a 15-yard personal foul penalty. It'll give, and that's their second 15-yard face mask penalty of the night. That'll give Gate City a 1st down at the 31-yard line. They're on 31 with 3:25 to go and trailing Bluefield by a score 21-0.
Nada.
Devils this time go with wideouts to each side, 2 wing backs. Bowen under center, drops back, looks, gets hit, fumbles the football, and the Blue Devils able to recover it back at the original line of scrimmage.
30-yard line, so there'll only be a loss of 1 on the play.
Larry, they really, I didn't see but 3 people coming that time. And they all got there. They all got there.
So the 3 defensive linemen.
Yeah, they didn't send.
They didn't. Well, they wasn't blitzing this.
No.
Bowen now takes the snap, and we got a penalty. As I think again, the Blue Devils have Got an emotion, it looks like. No, it's offsides against Bluefield. Well, what a break.
Yeah.
Lined up in the neutral zone.
Yes.
That'll be second down and 5, just across the 35-yard line. Devils need to get to the 41 for a first. 2 wideouts to the left, standing back in the backfield, 2 wideouts to the right. One goes in motion, he hand off to Vaughn off the left side, and he may have a first down.
5 yards. That'll be just good enough for a first down.
Looks like we've not had very many first downs. I'd say you count them on.
Well, we had it's single digits. We had in the first couple of drives, we moved the football pretty good, and then they pretty much stopped us since then. We've had 1 or 2 decent runs, but not much.
First and 10 from the Blue Devil 41 with 2:15 to go. Double wingbacks on the right side. Pass over the middle, intended for Vaughn. Off his fingertips, incomplete. Pass
intended for Vaughn. It's incomplete.
Only picked up maybe 3 yards up to the 45.
So as you said earlier, next week Gate City goes back home, play their second Clinch Mountain District game of the year against John Battle. John Battle going 4-1 into tonight's action.
We have 4 games left, and 3 of them are district games, right?
Yep. And 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be at Virginia High. 3 weeks from tonight, Powell Valley at Gate City. And 4 weeks tonight, we go to Lee to end the regular season.
Bowen with a long pass down the field that is intended on the far sideline for Tyler Bird. A little too long, incomplete. Bowen showed a good arm on that. Bird had maybe a step on the defender, but the pass a little bit too long, incomplete. Nick, coming into tonight's game, was at about a 66-67% completion rate for the year. Again, shotgun formation. Bowen on the option this time, pitches to Franklin, who gets to the 45 and goes out of bounds at the 49-yard line. It'll be short of the first down by about 2 yards. It'll be 4th and 2 for Gate City with 1:56 to go. And you might as well go for it here.
Oh, yeah.
Work on your short yardage plays here and see if you try to watch the offensive line. And we're going to go out of the shotgun and need 2 yards. Bowen's pass across the middle through the hands of Miller.
Yeah, threw a little bit behind him.
A little bit behind him. Had some running room had he been able to come up with it. So the Blue Devils turned it over on downs to Bluefield with 1:52 to go in the ball game, behind by a score of 21-0. Bluefield takes over to Blue Devil 49-yard line. Back it under center this time. Hands off to Fox off the right side, and he gains a couple of yards, maybe down to the 47. As Bluefield just interested in running the clock out, Blue Devils aren't interested in stopping.
Well, no need.
No need.
No need for either team to do either of those. This game's over, and we're going to come up on the short end of it. Effort was there, Larry. We just got beat by a better team tonight.
Again with Fox in the backfield. They put step toe in motion, hand off to Fox, this time running left, and he breaks it to the outside. And Devils are able to knock him out of bounds at about the 16-yard line.
The ball from the 47 down to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 32 yards.
32-yard gain that time by Fox. Blue Devils last year defeated this team 22-6.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bluefield High School and the city of Bluefield would like to
Yeah, so the series will be one each now. Each team winning on their home field, and I know with going to be some new teams on our schedule, teams that we drop or that are dropping next year, and hopefully I think they're going to try to keep this one going. It's been two pretty good games.
As quarterback takes the knee,
it's a class move, right?
Yeah, that is.
I mean, loss of
1 yard loss, and they'll probably have to take maybe 2 more knees to.
No.
Well, 1 more. And then
one should
block
next
right
week
now.
as the Bluefield Beavers travel down to Welch to take on the Mountain View Golden Knights, and then 2 weeks from tonight, right back here.
Second down and 11.
It's the William Fleming Pearls out of Roanoke.
25 seconds ago. This will be the last play of the game. As Beckett will again take the snap, take a knee, and Bluefield will win this ball game by a score of 21-0 over the Gate City Blue Devils.
So Blue Devils come to Bluefield and run into a pretty good Beaver team. We knew they would be, and like I said earlier, on this night, the best team won, and you know, we didn't play at our best, but they had a lot to do with that too.
Oh yeah, they did. This is the second shutout for the Blue Devils this year. Richland shut us out, right?
That's exactly right. But
Bluefield gets a shutout against the Blue Devils offense. It's a work in progress for Gate City. They've got if they want to win the district championship, they've they got some teams coming up that pretty good. And so Gate City gets back to normal district next week. Still have Cow Valley on the schedule. Take Tom Battle home next week. And scoring went this way in the ball game. Second quarter, 5:36 to go. Beckett threw a touchdown to Woodron, 16-yard touchdown pass. One after was good, and Bluefield led 7-0. In the third quarter, that was the score at halftime. In the third quarter, with 7:41 to go, you had a 20-yard touchdown run by Brad Fox. One after was good, and Bluefield led 14-0. With 11:51 to go in the fourth quarter, you had a 45-yard touchdown from Trey Williams. One after good. Final score 21-0. The Beavers of Bluefield.
So Gate City goes 4-2 now on the season. Next couple of weeks, big Clinch Mountain District games. Gate City at home next week with John Battle, on the road in 2 weeks at Virginia High, and those two games will go a long way to determine who's going to be the champion of the Clinch Mountain District. So with a long ride home, and we'll wrap it up quickly here tonight for Tim Hill and Larry Shelton, Mark Peters. Good night from Bluefield.